Here's the story of 2020, a year for us to finally live in sync. So many things that need our understanding. It's time for us to think. It's the story of fellow humans who were busy with lives of their own, but they thought of bringing us together, and we can watch from home. We can all make this world much better. It's about what we're willing to confront. So sit back and enjoy the conversation of these rainbow warriors called the Queer Bunch.
The Queer Bunch, the Queer Bunch. It's a great day to watch the Queer Bunch.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm. Oh, hey everyone, it's me, Kero bitches. Antoine, what the heck are you doing?
Hi, I'm Christmassy.
Always a joker. Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? I'm
Yeah.
Kero.
Holidays. Hi, guys.
And I'm super excited because tonight we have our special holiday edition of the Queer Bunch. And let me tell you, this episode will be everything but holy or silent and certainly not fun. It will be foodie and boozy and filled with floozy. Speaking of floozies,
Speak of yourself.
how are you doing, my queer family? Tell me, what have you planned for the holiday season? And what are you going to do to put yourselves in the spirit?
She's gonna start drinking now.
She's gonna start drinking. Do it.
It's gonna be a very, very, very long 2 weeks if you're gonna start drinking
So
now.
let's start with Ticha. Ticha, how are you doing, and what are your plans for the holiday season?
Oh, I'm doing much better after a year of not seeing my wife. She showed up about 2 weeks ago.
Yay!
Still worried. We were still worried that the plane.
Hold on. Let's explain a little bit. It's not like she was missing. You said she showed up all of a sudden after a year. She was in Vancouver.
Yeah.
She's in Vancouver doing her PhD, and so we're supposed to come in April, and because of COVID, we had to cancel. And so finally, she's here. So I'm feeling
Aw.
better. So thank you for asking.
Well, that's a happy holiday to you.
Happy holiday, Alphonso. How about you, my dear?
Nothing special. Just my husband and I were going to stay in. I'm sort of kind of nostalgic for visiting my family down in Florida. But other than that, my agent has been sending me out for a lot of auditions. So I'm waiting around. I'm actually on hold for a couple of commercials right now. So keeping my fingers crossed. And working on a new track for Jade for the new year.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That is exciting. That's amazing. Viviana, my love, how about you?
I don't know. It's different because you always tend to make a lot of plans for this specific season, and then now you're like, especially me, because this is gonna be my second year here in Canada, and I don't have family here. I have what's called the chosen family, but because of what's happening, it's very hard to get all together. So. So far, I just got me 2 bottles of wine. See how how I can get through that to the year.
Oh.
But other than that, I have nothing really special than stay home, watch TV, and enjoy the time, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited just by being here with you and planning what's for next year.
Yeah. That's
Awesome. Thank you, Viviana. And Antoine, nobody cares about you. I'm kidding. How about you? What are you up to?
I actually just finally started getting into the holiday spirits and going on a rampage of watching Christmas movies. And obviously, I'm missing seeing all of you in person and doing friends stuff. But I am going to get together with the family. We've been so boringly careful and all stuck at home in our own little bubble. So my family is like with my nephews and nieces. We're all only 8 people. So we are going to get together a couple of times over the holidays. That's really the plan. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Also, I am gonna do a shameless little plug. My music drops next week on Tuesday, the first time launching my first debut, and yeah, I'm on Facebook now
exciting.
thank you, under Elhashem. So there's an Arabic song and there's an English song. I'll let you discover the rest.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I am going to touch myself inappropriately a few times.
That's a great holiday spirit. Yes.
That's the way to get into the holiday spirit and think of Santa Claus. No,
You just destroyed my childhood.
no, I'm gonna go see my chosen family. We've been isolating, and they're my
Oh,
house.
good.
As much as my family's here, we're not that close, and also Orthodox Christmas is not till January 6th, so I'm not gonna see them till then anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna be spending it with my children.
I'm glad you're not at home. Oh, I wasn't sure what you're doing, so I'm glad you're not at home alone.
Yeah, no, I'm good. But
Viviana,
tonight-
you can call us anytime. You don't have to feel alone. I'll do a Zoom call with you anytime you want.
oh, please, no, I want to be alone, away from you, please.
I won't call you for the whole 2 weeks. How about that?
Oh, Lord of mercy. I'm going to put a restraining order. No. But however, I'm super excited to keep going because tonight we have two amazing guests with us, and they are here to jingle our bells, honey, and they are going to slay all the way. We were also, the reason why I'm super excited is because we were sent these amazing treats by an amazing caterer, Iman from Noosh, who's here with us. Hi, Iman, how are you?
Hi. Hi, everyone.
I am super excited because we all hand delivered by Iman today.
Yeah, show your boxes, people.
And we all got a treat, a big treat. And we're super excited to show them to you guys because we did not all get the same thing because of dietary restrictions. Like myself, I'm vegan.
It looks fabulous.
Oh, wow.
I'm super excited. I'm gonna make sure not to drop off the food all over the floor, but
Oh, this all looks such good food. Such good food.
can you see it?
What's all the holidays about? Good food and good drinks
I
and
know.
family.
Great.
Here you go. I'm very excited, and we all got the same dessert. But
Oh, we got a dessert. Yes,
I'm
true.
not gonna
Okay.
wait any longer.
We'll show the dessert at the end. How about that?
I'm gonna try some of it. You guys, please go. Feel free to.
Oh yeah, I've been eyeing the plate since it got here.
When are you sampling? I'm gonna have. Oh my god. Want to pick?
So I don't know how you guys want to start it. Like the plate basically is most of it's a lot of bite size.
Can you tell me what this is?
So yeah, that
Yeah.
one is basically eggplant tart. So basically topped with caramelized onion and sour cream
Oh.
with fried mint and garlic.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This one
So it
tastes like
has
chorizo?
basically Parmesan. Oh, that one, the one that Ticha is
Mm.
having, it's a roast beef crostini with smoked cheddar cheese and Dijonnaise sauce.
Oh, that'll go well with my red wine.
I'm trying
Yes,
to do
exactly.
something small with my mouth.
And that one, that one is a chicken curry frittata topped with a curry sauce and cilantro.
Oh, where's that one here?
It's a little bite that it has the cilantro on top. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
it's like I guess it's like a puzzle. You have to look so hard to find things I guess in there.
It's like in the middle.
Yes, I tried
This
to
is-
do basically similar plates for everyone, but because there was like one dietary
Diet,
restriction,
yeah.
so one of the plates is different, but the rest there should be similar basically.
It's pretty cool.
This one, I believe. It's,
So that one actually, the one, that one. So basically that one is a herb rice with a saffron tofu on top for you. But for you, because you're vegan, but the rest are saffron salmon on top. So basically,
Oh,
it's a very traditional Persian dish that we make it for Persian New Year, usually on 21st of March.
okay.
But I made it to a small bite basically, but traditionally served with fish, but we did it as a vegan version with tofu.
What's this with the tomato on top?
That one, I call it, it's a black beans bite with the chili spice and guacamole, which is under that little tomato.
Oh my God, this is delicious. Oh,
Well,
my corset is about to
Exquisite,
come
Iman.
off.
This is exquisite. Thank
Oh, I'm
you.
so happy that you guys are enjoying it.
Oh my
You
God,
guys
this is
make
pretty
my day. Thank you. Enjoy.
What are you
made
having,
our day. Are
Robyn?
you kidding? You
What are
made
you
our
having?
day with this. This is amazing. And for our viewers, I do want to introduce Iman and who he is. Iman, he was born into a vibrant culture of gracious Persian hospitality. Oh my God, I'm trying to, I'm not salivating. Let's try this.
Try this
But
again.
he's always had a love for bringing people together. And in pursuit of this, Iman left Iran in the year 2000 to continue studies in hospitality management and marketing. Wow, it's still happening. After several years working in both the UK and Canada, he came to appreciate that food was his genuine passion. Founded in 2015, Noosh offers full-service catering and personalized culinary experiences influenced by the rich history of Persian food. Delicate and delicious, with a real depth of flavor and harmony, true to tradition, but with subtle adaptation of bringing in the contemporary world and flavors. Iman, what a pleasure to have you on the show today. There are two things I want to ask you. First, what does noosh mean, and what are your plans for the holiday season?
Well, noosh basically, it's a word, the same word as bon appetit in Farsi, basically. So whenever we're sitting at the dinner table with family or friends or loved ones, so basically before we start, we always say Noushe Jan. And Noushe Jan means that may the food nourish your soul, basically.
Ooh,
So
like
it's exactly, the meaning would be exactly like bon appetit, and basically enjoy the food. So that's what that means. And that's why I picked it for my, given my background and the love of food that I have, that's why I picked the name, and it worked out. So yeah. And for holidays, basically, I mean, given the industry that I am in, usually around this time is the busiest time for us. With COVID, it's a little bit different, but we still are planning to enjoy our time. Basically, me and my partner, we're gonna have a very quiet Christmas together. But also, I'm kind of excited this year just because my parents, they're in Toronto, first time in winter time. They usually are here in summertime, but because it's too cold for them, they usually go and come back again in summer. So this is the first Christmas that they're spending in basically Toronto, and we will be having basically the traditional Christmas dinner and the trees and everything. So I'm kind of excited that I show them what we do, me and my partner, we do around Christmas time. So that's the exciting thing, but it will be a very, very, very small closed bubble. It's just me and my partner and my parents, and that's it basically.
that sounds lovely.
That sounds really, really nice and lovely. And it's very interesting because in Arabic, when you say Noosh Jan,
Yes.
you say Belhana wa Shifa, which means exactly the same thing.
There you go. Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
amazing that, it's two different languages, but there's still a lot of similarities of how
Exactly.
food
Yes.
nourishes the soul. And hopefully that's what it does for a lot of people during the holiday season. Now,
Hopefully.
Cowboy is liking your food, by the way.
Oh, that's
I had to slip him a couple of bites.
now next we have our fabulous Robyn DeCradle.
Yay! Meet Robyn.
Let me tell you, this fierce queen has robbed some serious cradles with her performances. Robyn DeCradle is an international drag artist born and raised in Toronto, Canada. Robyn identifies as non-binary and has a passion for helping vulnerable populations by being a social justice advocate. Yes, Robyn. Robyn is a creative and ambitious artist who independently produces meaningful music videos with messages meant to inspire others who face social disadvantages. Robyn put herself through school later in life and is currently a registered nurse who also volunteer nurses in underdeveloped countries and has almost finished their master's in the nursing program at Ryerson University. Robyn is a fun performer, well known for multiple pageants she won in Toronto, and hopes to combine her artistic and nursing skill to work as a nurse practitioner in a facial rejuvenation clinic in the future. Antoine, take notes. Robyn,
You ass.
Robyn, we are so excited to have you
Gonna
here.
make your holidays miserable.
Do you like how it?
Yeah.
Robyn, how are you doing and how are you spending your holiday season? I mean, with everything that's happening right now, I'm sure it's going to be very different for you than it is for a lot of us.
Yeah, I guess so, because I'm working at the hospital. Not Christmas Day, but before Christmas, after Christmas, New Year's, and
Oh,
yeah. So
that's you.
I probably won't see my family. I know I've already told my family I won't see them, so it's a different kind of year for sure. There are a lot of firsts for me this year. The first time I got to teach a university class, the first time I got poison ivy, the first time
Wow.
I've done a lot of things. So I try to take a positive spin on things, and hopefully things will be a lot better next year for all of us.
Yay.
Yay, that sounds wonderful. And to our viewers, we want to acknowledge that most of us here have a privilege of being with somebody, and this is something that to be grateful for over the holidays, whether you're celebrating Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas. This is a very special time of year for so many people, and hopefully everyone watching is getting to spend it with someone that they love. Iman and Robyn, we're so grateful to have you both on this special and fun edition of the Queer Bunch. Now, while we go on a commercial break, we are going to do some caroling. Are you guys ready for this? Yeah? Just sing your own carol song in 3, 2, 1.
Let's look.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, okay.
Walking around in women's underwear.
Sleigh bells
Very shiny
ringing.
nose.
Are you singing? Okay.
I'm making sanitizer sensual.
I can have sex with my own husband.
What? I'm doing a nightly review for the Gardner Construction Boys.
I am flattening that curve, honey. Ugh, tighter. Oh, tighter. Ugh.
Hello?
Namaste. Raju.
Hey, yeah. Just getting ready for our date.
Me too. Are you excited for tonight?
Yeah. Do you know what undetectable means?
Yeah. It means you're positive, and there's no way I can get HIV when we have sex. Times have changed, eh?
Yeah, times have changed. I'm positive and undetectable.
Thanks for letting me know.
I'm scheduling my post-quarantine hookup itinerary.
I'm exploring every nook and cranny of self-love.
I'm engaging with online fetish communities I never even knew existed.
I am flattening that curve, honey. Ugh, tighter. Oh, tighter. Ugh.
Welcome back. We just heard that most of us don't know all the words to most of the carols. And let me tell you, there's been some damage done to my hearing aids. I'm kidding. Now, jokes aside, the holiday is for sure different from many of us here and many of us watching at home. We are facing a pandemic that has us isolated, and for some, not able to meet up with family at all. For others, I know that is a relief. But this time of year also can be traumatic for a few. So today, we're going to share some recipes, talk a few ideas, and keeping safe this season, and ways we can celebrate at home in a onesie if you want. So let's get this show started.
Okay.
So Antoine.
What? Don't start with me.
Let's start with you.
I didn't say you can start with me. What do you want? What? What's the question?
Well, no, I didn't have a question for you. I think you have a question.
No, I don't have a question.
You're not reading the scripts, are you?
Hold on.
So this is going to be cut out.
No. It's okay. I could follow through. So, all right. Okay. I actually forgot. I wanted to know what ideas do you guys have for creative things to do at home to put ourselves in the spirit of holidays? I guess from your own experience, or how would you put yourself in the spirit of the holiday? Maybe somebody could pick up some of that.
Well, this is kind of a weird thing that my husband and I do. We're not big on Christmas. So we spend Christmas Day watching horror films all day.
See, actually, I like that.
So we try to find the worst horror films and like really, really bad ones that are cheesy and watch those. We have some really good ones sometimes, but mainly the really bad ones are our favorites.
See, isn't this funny? This just gives me a realization that whatever makes you happy could be how you celebrate things. Even if it's watching a horror movie and that puts you in the mood to, feel good, then be it. It's okay to watch a horror movie. Yeah. Ticha, what are you doing?
Well, we've decorated. Instead of a Christmas tree, we've got a Christmas poinsettia.
Okay.
Giant poinsettia, and we decorated it. And my wife, Joanne, really likes twinkly lights. So she's putting twinkly lights everywhere. And my mom lives with me, who's with us, who's 90. And I think she's feeling a bit sadder that, family can't come and visit, but I'm going to try to set up some Zoom calls and different ways for them to.
Viviana, I love your tree.
Oh, thank you.
Very lovely.
That's been up since November, so that's how my.
That's the spirit, darling.
I didn't have nothing else to do, so I was just doing that. This time, something that kind of, because I'm far away from my family, what I try to do is I like to cook.
Okay.
So I like to kind of try to make on my own those recipes from my sisters, from my mom. Not all the time they come out that good, but I still had to eat it. But yeah, no, I think that's what I do. I kind of use my time more for cooking and kind of remember those times where we used to be together when I was smaller, when I was feeling protected. Because that makes me feel good and kind of fight this nostalgic moments of not being so close to them, but it works. And a shot of tequila that always
yeah. That's the gal after my heart.
That's always fun. A shot of tequila is always fun. My clothes come right off.
You know what? It's funny. Like music and film and food really brings the smell and taste of foods brings out so many memories, and it's one of the things that we share together as humans. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to celebrate, actually.
Robyn, how about you? What are some creative ideas that you would suggest to our audiences of getting themselves in the holiday spirit?
Who?
Robyn?
I'm trying to think of like what else other than like decorating, maybe like reorganizing your place, get ready for the new year, for a better year.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, a bit of cleaning. Yeah.
It's just getting rid of whatever you don't need.
Out with the old,
whatever doesn't spark like happiness.
Yeah.
I don't want to quote another show, so but yeah, just make room for love and a lot of growth in the next year and in the next decade, because we never can always think or predict what's going to happen in the future. So always be prepared for the worst, because
or for the best.
Or for the best, yeah.
Or for the best.
Thinking positively, yeah.
we honestly cannot have another year like 2020. We're gonna have to stop.
Well, we still have 2 weeks left to 2020. Bring it on, bitch. Iman, how about you?
So for me, basically very similar to most of you. So basically decorating, getting in a holiday spirit, and then getting in touch with a lot of friends that, maybe they don't have a lot of family or friends around them. Setting up some Zoom calls with a lot of close friends, and then try to include them to your, celebrations. Listen to lots of music, and basically, given that I do cooking for life, a lot of cooking I guess I have to do, you know what I mean? I love, especially on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, I just love to be in the kitchen and just next to the stove and do things and create things. And I guess later at night, a couple of tequila shots, as you guys know, and then
we should have brought tequila to the show.
I know, we should have had a couple of But yeah, so basically, you know, this year is, I mean, it's different for everyone. As Ticha said, for example, you know, like her mother was a little sad that not all the family are get together. So it's a very different Christmas for everyone, given the COVID and all those things. So, but you know, we got to make the best out of it, you know, and just do our best and try to be happy and, you know, do things. That's it, basically.
Well, what I recommend, this is wonderful, man. I mean, the Zoom calls is one thing, and games nights. I mean, you could do games night virtually now. It's so much fun when you could do it. There's so many options. Look it up, Google it. There's so many fun options of things you could do. One of the things that I recommend is if you're interested in starting drag, this is the time. Do it. Enjoy.
Put on a dress for Christmas.
Play with that makeup. Be yourself. This is a time to also connect with yourself. And if you've I think personally, like, it's so much, I love makeup. It's so much fun. It's empowering and it's creative. It allows you to be yourself even more. And as a person who's non-binary and part of the LGBTQ2S+ community, it allows you to really get in touch with that feminine power in so many ways, and it's awesome. So I do recommend get in the holidays. Pretend you're Mariah Carey for the holidays. Really, that song is the only reason I think she's staying around.
Do you think I could do Drag King?
Yeah.
Sure, of course, God, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Have you ever done drag, Ticha?
I did some Drag King stuff, but I never got into all the beard stuff and the.
See, I could totally see that looking good on you.
You know, we should get all the host here's once in drag. Let's see how we all look in drag.
I have never done drag in my whole life.
Oh, that needs to change.
I
wish I could
be worried about scaring the children.
I wish I could say the same.
Oh, that's funny. That's so funny.
Fun.
Yeah. So
Robyn, do you ever sit at home and go, you know what? I wanna get in drag right now, even if you don't have a show.
YouTube's got everything. Get in touch with Robyn.
Like, would you be sitting at home doing nothing, and all of a sudden you say, Robyn, I'm asking Robyn, I want to get in drag, and you just get up and start putting makeup, even if you don't have a show or anywhere to go?
If I'm on Grindr.
That's funny. No, but I guess I'm picking up from Kero. Is sometimes is it a personal thing? Just get in drag just because it's empowering. You don't even have to be going out or showing off or doing anything. It just makes you feel good. Yeah. Okay, so that was my point. Okay.
I forgot to mention that
it's not that way for everyone.
No.
Yeah, I exactly. See, I know a lot of drag artists who, to them, it's a lot of work to get into drag, so they don't want to do it unless it's a reason to do it.
Well, that, and also it's money. I mean, like, if you have the luxury of, like, for me, it's money. So, like, if I'm going to get dressed, it better be for a reason, and I better have several things that I'm going to do that day.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, it takes away from your time. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you. All right, we will do an episode about drag. Let's move on.
Yeah, that would be fun. Next, we have Viviana. You have an important question to ask.
Yes. I think more than a question, it will be more like, how can we talk about this topic that it should be very important for a lot of people, especially around this time, especially with what's going on. Because for a lot of us, sometimes we have a way to make things better, to make things happen. But there are other people in our population, our community, who are fear of transphobia and homophobia, and stay in home with family members who do not support that. You know, so this is this group of people, but there's another group of people also who use this time to come out of the closet, to just come out openly about who they are or who they want to be. So here will be, how can we here, you know, give a message to people about to stay safe and to do what they want to do in a safe environment. You know, I guess here will be more like a, I guess, I don't know, a recipe of making things better, because somehow we all have we all have been going through different things, and we all have been able to manage that.
I think the most qualified of us to speak on that is Kero. It's a very big question. It's a very, very important question, and it's the reality of our community.
Yeah.
While we want to make this as cheery as possible, that's not the reality for everybody. There are some very challenging memories sometimes associated with the holidays, and sometimes there's the fact that you're just surrounded by people, or you're going home to the family, but then you have to come back into the closet. You've got a lot to deal with. So Kero, what I don't know.
Or let alone, you go home. I mean, that's my experience, and you go see the family, and it sounds like, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have kids? How old are you now? And so on.
Yeah, being Arabic, I know that. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. It's those are a lot of things, but there are a lot of tips that are available out there. One of the things that I do recommend is, if you are going to come out of the closet, if you feel you're not going to be in a safe space, who's your ally? Who's the person that you could pick up the phone and say, come get me now, help, I need your help. This is so important. Have someone readily who's going to be available to be there with you, or available to pick you up if they need be. An exit strategy. Always important to keep yourself safe on that day, because during the holidays, for some families, there's drinking, or friends, there's drinking involved. It could turn violent. It could be not violent. You don't know the outcome, but keeping yourself safe and having a plan allows you to keep your mental health in check, and allows you to have a plan to exit and look after yourself, because nothing is worse than having to stay in a place where you don't feel safe anymore, right? And the long-term effect for that is long-term trauma, as opposed to because nobody's given the strategies or techniques of how to get away from it. The second thing that I do recommend is, if you are going to come out, and I've noticed that a lot of folks want to come out during the holidays because everyone is happy and joyful and so on, and they think it also makes a statement. Think about the outcome. Is it really necessary to do it that time? Is this going to be benefiting you? Are people sober during the time of your coming out or not? Is it too big of a group? Is it going to, are you putting yourself in harm's way? And ask yourself these questions ahead of time, and really see if this is the right time to do it. And if not, do you have a cousin that you could come out to first? Do you have a sibling that you could come out to first, as opposed to just fully coming out? I mean, if you want to, and your family's gonna be like, yeah, we knew that, we're just waiting for you to come out of that closet, then great. But for a lot of folks who come from very religious backgrounds like myself, and are people of color, it's not the situation. It's not the situation at all. So make sure that you really do your research. Being empowered is important, absolutely important, but keeping yourself safe is more important, and keeping your mental health is even more important. Robyn, I'd love to hear you being an advocate for the community, and Iman also. I mean, you coming from Persian community, what are your experiences with that, and what could you share with us in regards to that topic?
I'll go first. Just because I've been teaching online at Ryerson this past semester, and it's been really different because students don't have that in-person experience. I feel bad for students who are in a situation where they were hoping to leave home to go to school, but now they're stuck in maybe in an environment that doesn't allow them to be who they are. So it's really good to have mental checks, to self-reflect, to take time to meditate and understand what's going on, why I think the way I do, why others think the way they do, reflect on my own biases, my own assumptions and beliefs, because then if I don't understand my own assumptions, I can't understand why other people think the way they do, because you're not even digging into why people think the way they do. We're just assuming and having biases. So I think it's really good to self-reflect. This is the best time. How often do we have a world pandemic where we're forced to stay at home and think about our lives and think about what we're doing, and we have time to reflect and look towards the future and make better plans. So I think it's really good to just take the time, enjoy being at home, enjoy self-alone time, and just love yourself. Just learn to love yourself better.
Absolutely. Thank you, Robyn. Iman.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's as to your point, it's tough for a lot of people, especially if they're dealing with a lot of different backgrounds that they're not that, you know, there's a lot of religious beliefs and things like that you know, it makes it so hard for people to come out and all those things. So to your point, it's always great to have someone that they can rely on in the family or in a friend to always be connected, so they can talk and they can let their feelings out and talk about their emotions and things like that. For me, to be honest, I mean, it's a little bit, I consider myself lucky, to be honest. I have great parents, and, you know, I didn't go through, even though that I am from, you know, Iran and a different background that has a lot of, you know, maybe it's a little bit, they take these things a little bit harder. But to be honest, my experience with my parents was kind of, you know, very, how can I say, it's, so I don't know if I can add much to this, you know what I mean? It's very hard, but to be honest, it's just like, you know, having someone next to you that you can count on, and they can be an ear to listen to what you have to say, and basically stay safe, and just count on people that you can rely on.
You know, Iman, if I can, I don't know, piggyback a little bit about what you said, because that's very interesting. How do you know when you are the lucky one?
Exactly. I know, yeah.
How do you know that you're the lucky one, and explore that option with your parents, and they sit with them and then talk about this? How, in your case, if you can give us an example, how do you got that feeling, or how do you knew that you were one of those lucky ones to come out like that and make it happen, and then be where you are right now?
I think, you know, these things, I totally understand what you're trying to elaborate here. It's basically a lot of things that has to go, you have to let time pass, and when the right time is to basically take an action. So for me, it was like that. You know, I basically waited for the right time. I felt that, you know what, when is the right time to talk about this with my parents, and it worked. So it's I think, you know, it shouldn't be one of those things that you should rush it and kind of, you know, just go out there and start screaming it. It's one of those very sensitive topics that you gotta have a little bit of understanding what the situation is, what's the belief of your parents, or your friends, or your relatives, or neighbors, or anything is when you want to come out to them. So so I think the best answer to your question would be that time. Basically, you need to give it the right amount of time in order to basically know when is the right time. Now, I know for a lot of us, maybe it's going to be very early in age. Like, I have friends that, you know, they were so basically lucky that they could come out when they were like, I don't know, even 13, 14, 15, but there are some other friends of mine that they're still not out, maybe in their 50s, or I don't know, you know what I mean? So it's a very tough thing. I wish I could answer that question, but it's very depends on you and your surrounding and the people that are around you, you know what I mean? So it's like about finding a right time, right energy, right moment to basically let it out.
I don't think there's ever a right answer to coming out. I came out, and then it took my family a while to get accepting. So sometimes you have to give it time for things to calm down. Yeah. Ticha.
Well, one of the things I wanted to mention, based on what we're talking about, I've been watching a lot of, we're going to talk about holiday movies later on, but I've been watching a lot of holiday movies, and I'm kind of pissed off with a few of them where they're forcing LGBTQ people to come out during the holidays, or being pushed to come out, or that it's going to be freeing and so on. But funny enough, most of those movies are all white people forcing people of color to do it. It pisses me off. It is not okay. So
I haven't seen any LGBTQ holiday movies, so I can't comment on that. But
no, they're LGBTQ ones, and the problem with it's like it's great, but it's the message is it's obviously done by hetero people that don't have experience.
If that's the message, then I don't like that at all.
It is, and it's really, really bad. Right. And one of the things that I've noticed with a lot of couples, and I deal with that right now at work is like, hey, my partner, his family wants me to go over, but he's not out to them, so I have to go be there as a friend.
Ooh.
And so on. So those situations, you have two choices. You either go and handle the consequences of it, but I recommend that if it's going to put you in a situation that's going to force you to go back in the closet or feel further back in the closet or and cause further mental health issues and traumas, don't go.
No.
Protect yourself as well. Never allow a partner to push you in a situation you don't want to be during the holiday season. It is okay to say no. It is okay that this does not feel right for me. It is okay to say that this is violent for me, that this is going to cause me more mental health problems. I don't need that. It is okay. If your partner has a problem with it, you need to have a conversation with that person and be like, hey, let's talk further about this, because it seems like, you know, that whole concept of coming out to the family or being pushed out to come out to the family, you can't force I'm going to talk on behalf of the Middle Eastern community that I work with. You can't force a Middle Easterner to come out to a family that is guaranteed that if the family finds out, they're going to end up experiencing violence.
Yeah.
They don't
And
want
holiday messages saying that it's peachy and fantastic to come out around the holidays are harmful.
Yeah, but there's a lot
Ticha.
of movies that just came out recently that are portraying this, and it's not okay. It is not okay. And it's like there's the Prom that just came out. There's Happiest Season. It's not okay. Like, I mean, if for anyone watching, it's funny because I've watched it with my friends who are white. They're like, this is such a good movie. I'm sitting there boiling. I'm like, this is not a good movie. This is all based on the context of the white person wanting to push a person of color to come out. And then at the end, somehow the person of color's mom was like, oh my God, yay, this is awesome. Sorry, spoiler alert. But it's not okay. It is not okay. And Happiest Season was the same concept, but it's two white women, and it drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely nuts that this is being pushed in 2020 when we're talking about, you know, all inclusivity, understanding, and anti-oppression, anti-racism. But then you have these movies that were done and you're like, what the actual F, right? So yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna talk more about movies later. Yes, Ticha.
Had something that concerns me about people. I totally agree with Kero, and you had some really good advice. Everybody did. It's fantastic. I worry about especially youth coming out and the reality of being kicked out of their homes in this kind of weather.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so be careful and be safe around the holidays.
So I think your whole thing about make sure you have somebody safe somewhere you can go to.
That's a great advice
at this time, and you really want to make sure you have a safe space. So I thank you for mentioning all that.
Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Okay,
so
let's get back to the holidays.
This was the holidays. But I mean, let's go on a fun topic here. Alphonso.
Well, let's see. Okay, being the Southern American in the room, and this is really exquisite food. Thank you again. Do you have a way of getting recipes for these items, or like whatever this roast beef thing is? I wish I had like 2 or 3 more pieces of it.
I wish I knew so I could bring more. Basically, those are all those items that are catering items that it's on what we develop for our catering part of the business. It's basically the I would tell you what's the most important thing in there. It's basically the honey Dijon and smoked cheese. As long as you have that, then you're fine. You can kind of have that flavor no matter what kind of a recipe or what you add. Basically, so those two, as long as you have those two, you're good. You're gonna achieve that taste.
Well, what are you cooking at home?
Sorry?
What are you cooking at home for the holidays?
Well, at home for holidays, I wanted to say that I usually don't cook at home. I cook at my kitchen because it's funny that usually they say a lot of cooks and chefs when they do a lot of cooking at their work.
You don't cook at home.
Yeah, a lot of my friends, or sometimes I don't know, when I'm on the phone with friends, they're like, "What are you cooking tonight?" I'm like, "Nothing. It's just going to be a cheese cracker and a salad tonight." So that's kind of like my dinner. But for holidays, basically, I you know what I like to do because of my background and being Persian, and you know, I like to bring a lot of Middle Eastern flavors into my cooking.
Okay.
So basically, what I'm doing, I'm making a Middle Eastern flavor turkey, turkey this year.
Okay.
So basically, I am going to, there's a, north of Iran is very famous for their paste and sauces, and basically by Caspian Sea, because they have access to a lot of fresh herbs and, you know, like ingredients. So they're very, they have a lot of aromatic herbs and stuff. So my inspiration is from there. So basically pomegranate molasses, walnut with a lot of herbs and plum. So I'm gonna make a paste and then basically roll it in a very small, because it's not a big, we are not having a big gathering, very small turkey breast, and that's it. So, and then I'm gonna wrap it with eggplant because we eat a lot of eggplant. So basically that's going to be the
wrap it with eggplant. That's very
good.
Yes.
What I do is that I cut the eggplant very thin, and then you know how they wrap the bacon, like how they wrap the turkey with bacon to keep it moist. So the exact similar thing. What I do, I thinly cut the very thin. I cut the eggplant and then wrap the whole turkey with it, basically. Then I do this, whatever I do.
That sounds delicious. We're all going to Iman's place for dinner.
Screw this vegan diet I'm on.
Alfonso, you're a good cook. What do you make on a day watching?
Actually, believe it or not, because I'm from New York, like I lived in New York for 17 years. Christmas Day is a day for Chinese food for New Yorkers. But like, I mean, I don't know. I already have to celebrate 2 Thanksgivings with my husband, so I don't cook any turkey.
Christmas.
Right? Because we have the Canadian Thanksgiving and then we have the U.S. Thanksgiving. So
you do both?
It's over like a fat rat on that one. But I will say, Iman, I will trade you some Southern recipe for like barbecue ribs and stuff for some of the recipes for these.
For sure.
There you go. Robyn, do you cook?
She just eats, apparently.
She's busy eating.
Sometimes I like my chicken, I like my steak, I like healthier food now just because I'm a little bit older. And notice that being home a little bit more gives less exercise.
Yeah, we're all suffering that symptom.
But yeah, I cook, but not that well. I haven't burnt anything, so I can't complain. But I guess I love salmon. Anything salmon.
Okay. Kero, do you cook? Kero, do you cook?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I cook. I make lamb. I make turkey.
You do?
When I wasn't, well, it's so veganism, plant-based diet is just something I started in September this year. But usually I make lamb, duck. Traditional Egyptian is like beefsteak. It's like beef schnitzel. We'd make macaroni bechamel with ground beef and goulash, which is like phyllo pastry with more ground beef. There's so much meat. I don't know what I'm doing. but
so
yeah, lamb.
You going vegan has saved the environment, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And my digestive system. But, no, it's there's a lot of meat involved. Like I remember the family get-togethers, like we'd have enough leftovers to last us for 2 weeks. And we were like a family of 70 something. So even we still have leftover 2 weeks because each family will cook for that many people. And not so it's a lot of food. And one of my favorites is we do the stuffed grape leaves dolmas, which is Egyptian style with ground beef and
that's my favorite.
Either a ground lamb, and it's served warm and hot with fresh yogurt. Oh my God, I'm hungry.
Cool.
feeling like Blanche right now when she talks about Golden Girls, but I'm doing it with food. But yeah, so it's yeah, I do love cooking. I do love cooking a lot. I cook a lot, so it's something that
I actually did not know that you love cooking. You know that I love cooking, but I didn't know that you actually can cook. So.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good. I have to say I'm pretty good at it. As much as me and my family are not close, but I grew up watching my mom in the kitchen. And yeah, like it was something that I've learned from my mom and dad. They used to cook together in the kitchen, so especially during the holidays. So I take that and reproduce the meals for myself, and I'll bring some to my chosen family. Yeah, so it's nice. It's nice to be able to do that. Viviana, do you cook?
Yeah, I love to cook, but the only problem with me is I do not know how to cook for one person. I am a Latina,
easy at all.
And I just don't know how to cook for one person.
That's okay. So, send it this way, honey. I'll send the Uber.
Yeah, but I love to cook. This is the thing about me. I love spicy food. Like I love.
Yes.
It has to be a spicy habanero. It has to hit my tongue and.
We have to eat together. I love spicy food.
Yeah.
Well, you're more than welcome to come to my house for enchiladas, pozole, mole, tacos, anything.
Oh, Ticha, how about you?
Ask you, Viviana, what's your address? I don't love to cook. I'm not a bad cook. I'm a pretty good cook. I had a cafe. I was a part owner in a cafe.
Yeah.
And I got tired of it, but I love to eat. And I love almost, I don't know, I'm not very discriminate when it comes to food. I love almost everything. And it's been lovely. See, I've put a good dent in it. So
oh my God, you're almost done.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think this plate is going to last me for a few days.
I'm trying to save this for my husband, but
yeah, you should share a little bit.
It's not working.
I'm saving some for my non-existing husband.
I know you're gonna go in the bathtub and eat it while crying.
Oh my God. I do that every day.
It's a very sad Christmas for you.
Ticha, you're up.
Your turn.
Yes, I wanted to actually ask. I mean, this food has been so yummy. So a few questions, kind of like I've been drinking it with red wine. And so something about pairing a lot of this food. I think it's working quite well with red wine. But also like drink recipes. What are people's favorite drinks during this time of year? Do you like to do a Bailey's, or do you like to do a whiskey, or tequila? Sounds like it's very popular. But
the tequila is not seasonal for me because I drink it. I love tequila shots, so that's not seasonal. But I think seasonal. What's the name of that drink that Joey makes? She's a common friend of Ticha and I.
I'll remember it in a minute. Sorry.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's so good. It's kind of like a Bailey's, but not really. It's more Caribbean, kind of like Punch of Crema.
Yeah.
Daddy and friend made, but it doesn't have that name.
It's eggnog, but better. It's eggnog, but I like eggnog. I forgot. I like eggnog. Around this season, I like eggnog. Yeah. Oh, really? You don't? Kero? No? Oh, okay. No? Oh my God. Seriously?
Oh my God.
You guys have not been Canadianized enough.
My husband drinks it all the time. I can't buy enough of it. He keeps
Yeah, Ticha?
I was just saying I like Bailey's at Christmas. I usually buy a bottle of
Yeah, okay, that would be another thing. I think warmer drinks and things with milk. Russian cow. What was it called? Brown cow.
Brown cow.
Yeah, brown cow. That's like that sort of thing.
We have two. Latinos have the rompope, which is very close to what eggnog is, but it's more like it's more for dessert. And then we have ponche.
Oh.
Ponche, it's a hot drink that you put literally a lot of stuff. You put a mixture of fruits like apples. You have, I don't know how you call those, but because they're not from here. Actually, it's very hard to find them.
Okay.
But that's what we drink during this time. And of course, you gotta put a little bit of ron, or you put a little bit of mezcal or some tequila. but it has to be with some sort of alcohol. And trust me, it's the thing that make you go through all night. Like you want to have that.
Does anybody do mulled wine?
Mulled wine? No.
That's a very Western, typical Christmas.
Really?
It's really good. It's really
Really?
good. I've had mulled wine. I've had mulled wine. I really like it. My favorite thing that I created, it's a hibiscus flavored Egyptian hibiscus. So it's hibiscus with gin, and it's served warm or cold. It's up to you. And a touch of cumin in it, and lemon zest. It has a very nice flavory spice to it, and with the food that you eat, it's a good digestion.
Really warm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Robyn, what do you drink? Everything. She will drink whatever she can get her hand on.
Yeah.
Well, now that I don't have drink tickets because there's no show,
the bars are saving a lot of money on you, darling.
Exactly. What do you recommend with the food that you like? For instance, with what you're cooking during the holidays.
What did you drink?
What do I drink during the holidays? I like my white wine.
White wine?
Yeah, I like my naked grape. I know it's basic, but
basic is always good.
keep it simple, honey. Keep it simple.
I also like my Baileys too. Like I don't know. Anything you have in the liquor cabinet's really.
She will lock your cabinets before she arrives.
For New Year's, I like to have most champagne with a touch of guava juice. It's so good.
Ice wine is my New Year's late at night thing. Iman, you're the chef. What do chefs drink?
Well, I mean, I guess the different chefs drink different things, but I stay with my red wine, to be honest, because I love red wine. And then to celebrate for New Year's, definitely, champagne or prosecco. But I do a lot. I like gin and tonic very much, and then. For a lot of you that you love spicy food or drinks like that, what I do with that is that I make a gin and tonic as normal, and then I slice a lot of jalapeno in it, and it's become so spicy and delicious. So if you like to burn, basically, and you like gin and tonic, that's a perfect drink. Basically put a little bit of mint and I'm telling you, like one big jalapeno, just slice the whole thing and put it in a gin.
Oh my God, yay.
Yeah, you'll be burning, but it's an interesting drink, so that's what I will be drinking.
You know what, I actually might try that because lately, and don't laugh at me, I've been throwing some in my scotch. I've been throwing some chili peppers in the scotch.
yeah.
And I've been finding it's nice to have a little bit of heat with the taste of a liquor. Very nice, cool.
Even some hot sauce in tequila is good too. I've had at the bar.
I've never had that. I'm gonna try that. Hot sauce and tequila. All right, beautiful. You know what? Let's switch the topic to all of the food and drinks are fantastic, and I'm hungry and like a drinker right now. But as you all know, I love movies. I love movies. So even more around the holidays. I just wanted to actually touch on movies and what everybody likes to watch. So I said at the beginning, I've been on a binge, but I also have a big library, and I brought my 5 favorite out of those. These are my must-do, and then I watch different things. The Holidays, Elf, Christmas Vacation, The Polar Express, and Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol. These are a staple of that I have to watch every year. And then whatever else I find on Netflix, TV, and other things. Ticha, what do you watch? Oh, good God.
Oh, my God.
For our young viewers out there, those are called DVDs. Antoine actually also owns VHS.
Those you find at
you don't know what that is? Go Google it.
My favorites are actually a bit older than yours. So my favorites is A Christmas Carol, but the Alistair Sim.
Oh, yes, totally.
I have to watch that every year.
Yeah.
I like to watch It's a Wonderful Life. and White Christmas.
Yeah, they're all on my list. It's just not on my 5. But
4th Street.
oh, okay.
I watched the cartoon version of the
Grange. Very cool. Very cool.
Others.
I actually saw one really cute last night, but I was saying to Kira earlier, called A Knight's Christmas. Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's about a knight from England, 1930 something. Did you see that? It was kind of cute. I now want to travel to, what is that, Die Hard?
Yes.
My wife said
the Die Hard collection. That's
not my favorite, but one of hers.
You know what, honestly, I love the debate whether Die Hard is an action movie or a Christmas movie. That could go on forever. Cool. What is your favorites, guys?
For me, I love A Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a staple for me. I love that movie a lot. I can never get bored of the music in it, the animation. Nice. It's awesome. I think it's a very good movie. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun movie to watch, and especially if you're with someone who doesn't enjoy Christmas, but they love Halloween. It's just like I love. It's just so great
between the 2 seasons. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it, and that one. And funny enough, Beetlejuice is one of them that I like to watch during the holidays. Beetlejuice, yes. Don't ask me why.
I actually have it to watch, but not for the holiday season.
Yeah, it's that one. There's also Charlie Brown Christmas, The Grinch.
Yeah.
I love watching animation, a lot of animation. So, but lately I've been watching. What did I just watch recently? I like my rom-coms as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tisha's like, hey,
what is that?
Animation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, I have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have that collection.
Yeah.
Well, let's see
Robyn.
Let's see our guests, and then we'll come back to our host. Robyn, what is your favorite movie?
Well, I have some old ones.
Oh,
VHS.
What is that?
There's VHS. Well, you pulled out the CD, so.
Talk about old. I don't think half of our audience knows what VHS is. What do you watch? Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a Christmas movie or not, but I know it's about a different holiday, but Groundhog Day has a lot of Christmas scenes that are over and over and over and over again. So
I love the movie. The movie is great, but it's not Christmas.
Yeah. I love Home Alone.
Oh, yeah, Home Alone. Yes.
Yeah, and that I forget the Christmas Vacation. Anything funny.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like me, I watch Christmas Vacation every year. Iman.
Well, I basically go with my mood. Whatever I like, I watch it. I mean, you know what I mean? I want to watch, but that's kind of, it's my partner department. You know what I mean? Because Christmas is not like, because we celebrate a different New Year and everything. So Christmas is kind of his history, and I love it because I just like, you know what, plan it and I'll go. Whatever that you want to do, we'll do. So whatever movie he's gonna pick, we're gonna watch, and hopefully it's gonna be good. Hopefully.
Nice. Back to our hosts.
One of my favorite movies that came out last year is Last Christmas. The one based on the songs from George Michael.
Oh yes, actually, I watched that.
Oh my God, I cried, honey. I cried. Yeah. Anyway, so Viviana, how about you?
You know what? I'm so much into cartoons. I love to get up in the morning and then put up a good cartoon about anything that's been going on about Christmas. But then I have this thing of trying to find a very, very emotional that makes me cry. For some reason, I like to cry, to feel emotions.
Aww.
I don't know what it is. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good.
Actually, very therapeutic.
To be alone, having some wine or something, tequila or something, and then a movie that kind of reminds me that you're alive.
That sounds like a recipe for tragedy.
But no, that's, I'm not so much into actually, and it's very hard for me to remember the title of the movies, but I always try to find something that makes me feel that I had those emotions, and
Fair enough.
that is always good to remember yourself that
Kidding aside, it's wonderful. That's actually one of the things that movies could make us do: feel emotions and cry. And I love a good cry movie. Alfonso, what a horror movie recommendation for Christmas?
What horror holiday movies?
One of my favorites to watch, and I don't care how many times it comes on and how many times I have the DVD of it, is Carrie. I love
Carrie.
But I do watch some movies for Christmas scenes. So one of my all-time favorites is Female Trouble. With Divine. The Christmas scene in that is brilliant. I think there's a Christmas scene. It's pretty tame, but I watch it for the rest of the movie. Mommy Dearest. What else?
Have you watched Columbus?
Columbus? No, I have not.
No, Columbus.
Oh, Krampus?
Yeah.
Yes.
The horror
That's
movie.
a great one. Yeah, that's a great one.
Amazing horror.
That's a great horror film for Christmas. Yeah. But we really look for like really tacky. I bought the last time we were in Florida, and we still haven't gone through them. We bought a box set of really bad horror films, so we still have like about 38 of them to go through. And they're not only from movie theaters, but they're like television movies as well.
Nice. See, I would love something like that. I do love tacky movies. Yes. Cool. Well, thank you guys for sharing your movie choices with me.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I think some of us are out of wine, but I'm so happy with this episode. It's fun, it's different. We got to be sassy. What a way to put us in the holiday spirit, really, and nothing like to do that with my queer family. Now, we are going to try to carol one more time before we go on commercial break. I believe in y'all. I do. We can do this, right? So let's see. 3, 2, 1. We'll be back from this break. Oh, happy birthday, wrong.
Spoiler!
I just found out I've got HIV. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm scared.
Hey, I know you're scared. I've been living with HIV for 25 years. And with treatment today, I'm living a long, healthy life. You can too.
Maybe I will be okay.
Guests, thank you again for being with us today on this special episode of the holiday edition of the Queer Bunch. We have, unfortunately, are coming to an end of our episode, and I want to thank our guests so much for being with us today and sharing with us the food that Iman sent us, which, by the way, we are going to get into a dessert very shortly. I'm excited about this now, but before we do that, I wanted to find out from you guys, our guys, do you have some word of advice that you could give for the holiday season, or for getting someone into the spirit of the holiday season?
Robyn.
Oh.
Let's go with Robyn.
I wasn't expecting it. So, you know what? I think every day, just think and do something kind to somebody else.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, why not?
No, why not? Why not? Thank you, Eddie. Yeah. Iman.
So I think, again, as I said, it's a interesting time given the COVID situation. So, pick up the phone and call the people that you love and get connected to them, and text them, use WhatsApp, arrange Zoom meetings and do things, or simply, as I said, just pick up the phone and call people, because there's a lot of people that most probably they don't have a lot of family or friends they celebrate with, and they would love to hear another person's voice and basically celebrate and cherish life.
Very nice. We're going to have the dessert now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Iman,
So we're going to open it and you're going to tell us what it is. So what is
So basically, those, the two small white bowls that you see, it's the saffron rosewater rice pudding.
Okay.
And there's 2 small spoons that you can enjoy it with that. And then there is a
I that with nobody.
apricot cinnamon walnut butter cookie, and also there is a cardamom
what is that?
So that one is the apricot, raisin, cinnamon
Okay,
butter.
that's that. Okay.
And then the other, yes, that one is the cardamom almond butter cookies. So yeah, so they're all like sweet stuff, and there's a lot of Middle Eastern inspiration in terms of yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. I'm gonna have that with some tea later. This is really good.
This is like making love to me. Sorry.
Wait, what did you call
It's
it?
not good.
Hey, Iman, what did you call the plate again?
Which one?
The dessert itself. What do you call that?
That one is a rose, saffron rose rice pudding. So basically, you know, in my language, we call it sholezard. So basically, sholezard, yes. So it's a vegan dessert. So there's no animal product in there. So it's, you know.
It's heavenly. It is heavenly. Okay, perfect. And
here I was eating it quickly before finding out if there's any animal products. If I don't know, it doesn't hurt anyone. I'm just kidding.
Spoken like a true vegan.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Oh my goodness! Now you know this is you know. I'm just filled with joy and food right now, and it's also because my corset on my organs are here. It's great.
Killing him.
But I'm just super happy with this episode, and I hope to our viewers at home I brought you a lot of holiday cheer as it did us. And I just love my queer family that's here with me today, my co-hosts, my chosen family. You guys are always so wonderful to have here. And for our viewers, you can always catch us on our episode online on Facebook and YouTube. The details will be all in the description of the episode. And until then, we want to ask you to stay safe this holiday season, stay diligent, look after yourself, and most importantly, continue being resilient. We want to send our love from our queer family to yours. But before we do that, we're going to end this episode by singing to you, "Oh Christmas Tree" in German. No, I'm just kidding. It's in English. I don't speak German.
All right.
So,
are we ready?
are you guys ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2,
Wait.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches. You also be in summertime, they may be green in winter time. Oh, Tannenbaum, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches.
Dear viewers, we are not responsible for any ear damage that's been done to you tonight.
We assume no responsibility.
We want to wish you goodbye, good night, and happy holidays from our queer family to all of you at home. Mwah.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Enjoy your holidays.
Thank you.